The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's... through the end zone for a touchback.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
What you got?
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
On second down, Darnold. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. It might throw off his timing.
Yeah, it'd be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Hey, guys, check me out.
Set!
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. Pulls it over. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
motion to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, Jackson. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Agholor, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Green 39.
No. Me. Back's mine.
Here's the carry now for Keith Marshall. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Watch left.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
To throw on 2nd down is Darnold. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Four down. Check. Take four.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel. This is taken at the 18. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Now let's go. Green 39.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Tight right, tight right. Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Throws right side, and that's complete. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here's the first down for the Browns. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the... On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Gun!
Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good gain before he's taken down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
All right, here we go. 3-19! 3-19!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Darnold now on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. Third down here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Over. Gun. Oh, you got deep?
Darnold from the gun. It's caught. Nelson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Lucky 56.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mike, 57. Here we go. Hey.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Detroit! Detroit!
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Over, 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 over!
Darnold now to throw. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Landry, the intended target. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game.
All right, now,
If you
lucky
play in the back
56,
seven
lucky
on defense,
56.
that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking deep for Gabriel. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Strong right.
No, 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 no. Check. Patriot! Patriot! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Motion.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
Hey, pick it up, defense.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney!
Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Hey, get in the way.
Hot!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Completes it to Aguilar. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taylor Gabriel in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. J.J. Nelson now to return. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Got three down. 53's to Mike. 53.
Here's Collins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
6-man.
Gun!
Jackson to throw on 2nd down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out, it's not the case.
Detroit!
3 down.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Now it's Darnold. The throw outside complete. That's Marshall. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
3rd and 2, Darnold. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Over.
They're going to go. It's Darnold. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Check right.
On first down, it's Darnold. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319. Watch it.
2nd down and 10. Darnold. To the right side, he's got Landry complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First
Check.
and 10.
Patriot. Now let's go. 319. 319.
He's coming.
To the air again, Darnold. And it's incomplete. Marshall, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
I got him. On me.
Again, Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target.
Here we
He's
go.
so good at that,
Green
isn't he?
39.
I think he knew right away that he wasn't
39.
going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Darnold. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Please. Boom. Left stop.
This quarterback
All
now,
right, now, lucky
a
56,
perfect 8 for
lucky
8 to
56.
start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Back now here on EA Sports.
No. Check. Patriot.
Alert.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
57 right.
Darnold on first down. Going for it all. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
51 the mic, boys. 51. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
No. Check.
Back to the air, Darnold on second down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 17. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a
Cookies LOL.
streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Leopard.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, given them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why there are points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He finds Aguilar over the middle. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, 50 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them. But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And Nelson's got it here right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now. They're able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they got to figure out a way to leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
That'll put him at 95 receiving yards now as he's got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They come out here in the eye.
Over!
Check 3!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game.
No. Check. Patriot!
Odd. 5 down. Stand up in.
Detroit!
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Gun!
To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Yeah, maybe a final chance to get on the scoreboard here. This is 4th and goal.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Mike's 50.
Gun!
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. And the Ravens taking the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He got 29 yards that time.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? This quarterback now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again.
All day.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well.